I said salute to the untouchable True School Sports Empire,
That's
taking
right,
over
the untouchable.
not only the South Florida boxing scene, but the worldwide boxing scene.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game has been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, this is the official early morning post-fight review for Srisaket Sor Rungviasi versus Amnat Ruenrong. You know what I'm saying? I got the clear frames on today. I got the Florida Panthers jacket on today because the Panthers are playing the first playoff game today. So, you know, South Florida, gotta support South Florida as always. But listen, this fight was an interesting fight between Rungviasi and Amnat Ruenrong. You know, I had a chance to just watch it. The result of the fight was that Rungviasi won via unanimous decision. And I gotta say, man, it was very easy. It would be very easy for me to overreact based on what I just saw. But when you look at how this fight played out in context, and had the details, then you know I don't think it's really wise to overreact because in this fight, Rungviasi did not look that good. He didn't look. He didn't look like the Rungviasi that I'm accustomed to seeing for the first half of this fight. And you know it wasn't his best showing, you know. But then when you realize, okay, it's his first fight since he lost to Estrada in the rematch, so he hasn't boxed since last April. When you realize that they're not even fighting on 115, they're fighting on 118, these things obviously make me feel a lot better about what I saw. Now, Amnat Ruenrong, an interesting opponent. You know, he was brought in this fight, and the perception was that this was going to be an easy tune-up win for Rungviasi. That's what it was supposed to be because he's fighting a guy who, yes, is a veteran. Yes, he has a name in the division, but he's 40 years old. You know, so that he was supposed to go in there and fold him up like a blue steel chair, and that's not what we got. We got a Ruenrong who, for the first 4 or 5 rounds, was very, very frustrating for Rungviasi to really break him down and fight him in that ring. You know, we saw him landing some really good counter punches, straight right hands, left hooks that he was spinning off of. You know, he was very difficult to deal with, and I think a crafty veteran fighter like that would frustrate a lot of guys early in the fight, especially somebody like Rungviasi who loves to come forward and really impose himself on you. So I'm not really too upset at that part at how Rungviasi performed, you know, in this fight, because as the fight wore on, he fought himself into shape. He fought himself into shape and kind of knocked off the ring rust. You know, he began to cut the distance. He began to show himself to be the Rungviasi of old. As the fight wore on, you know, he began to really place his shots and back Ruenrong up, and he was able to score a unanimous decision victory. So, with that being said, one thing I do want to highlight is the judges. The 3 judges scored the fight as follows: 97-94, 96-93, and the one I want to highlight was an atrocious score by somebody named Tanadal Yorbeck. I don't know how to say his name, but 99-91 in favor of Rungviasi. That is a horrible scorecard. That is Adelaide Bird level scorecard. That is a scorecard that, you know, makes me think that he was possessed by the spirit of Adelaide Bird. So, you know, not really feeling that scorecard from Mr. Tanadol, but you know, it lets you know boxing is back. You know, it lets you know boxing is back. These judges are in prime form, peak form, with shitty scorecards already. So it is what it is there. But yeah, he was at Rungviasi. Go back to him. Rungviasi, he's at 118. He hasn't fought since last April, so I'm gonna give him a bit of leeway. But it wasn't his best performance. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully in this next fight we see a better Rungviasi. Hopefully we see Rungviasi being able to drop back down to 115. I'm not sure if he can still make 115 because he was already big at the weight class, and he's pushing about 33, going on 34 years old. So I'm not sure if his body's still able to make that weight. But if it is, and he can feel strong at the weight, then he needs to go there, because I really think if he plans to campaign at 118 at all, he's gonna struggle, because you know he doesn't really have a whole plethora of skills. You know, he's more skilled than people want to give him credit for. But you know, we know that Rungviasi, he's really Rungviasi when he can press forward and impose himself on you. And I don't think he'll be able to impose himself on those bigger guys. So there's definitely some good fights out there for him at 115. You know, obviously you still have the third guy Estrada fight. You have a third Tito fight, you know, which is a lot more intriguing now. You have all kinds of fights. So we'll see how his rumble side. I want to give credit though to Amnat Ruenrong because he was, to me, in my opinion, I know rumble side got the win, but Ruenrong to me winds up being the true story of this fight because Ruenrong, like I said, for being somebody who's 40 years old, being brought in to lose and get folded up, you know, he showed the ability to counterpunch. He showed the ability to really just make himself a frustrating fighter to deal with in that ring. But like I was saying though, if you go back and you pay attention to what was going on in between rounds, especially in the first after the first round, Ruenrong is 40 years old, and you got so Rungviasi is over in his corner. He's sitting down. You know, they're working on whatever, getting the sweat off, trying to make sure he got his water. Ruenrong's up there standing up like he's 20 years old, 25 years old. He ain't sitting down. So Ruenrong, to me, I think he really did the old guys really proud in this fight with his counter-punching ability, with his ability to frustrate Rungviasi, and with him pretty much in his own subtle way showing up Rungviasi, standing up in the corner, kind of reminiscent of what Canelo was doing in the Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. fight. So I really thought that was funny. And overall, all I can say about this fight was that it was a good scrap. It was definitely worth watching. So if you're just waking up and you're watching my post-fight review video, I would highly encourage and implore you to go watch Rungviasi versus Ruenrong. Take it with a grain of salt when you watch Rungviasi because, mind you, he hasn't fought since last April, and they're fighting at 118. So take those two things into consideration before you just start making any bold proclamations that this guy will beat him, that guy will beat him. Got to give him a little bit of leeway because of the layoff. But no, all in all, good scraps. So let me know what you think. Rungviasi comes out on top. He's active. He's back. He's in the win column, and he looks to be a player at 115 as the future draws near. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you take the time to subscribe. We will be live tonight for Angelo Leo versus Tremaine Williams. So look out for that live fight reaction. Join me for that. And also be on the lookout for other post-fight review videos that will be dropping following some of today's fights on the Matchroom Boxing card. So yeah, with that being said, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
This is Showtime, Sean Porter. This is Aerosmith Dre. Hey everyone, this is Jesse Vargas. You're watching True School Sports. You're watching True School Sports. All right. And you're watching True School Sports. Stay tuned.